Hello again. This is another video of me uh, experimenting with different AI models, trying to work on creating a business leveraging AI while learning AI tools and skills and how to connect it all together. It's a wild ride, I must admit. I was supposed to actually record every step along the way. Um, so just a quick recap, because it wasn't expected actually that it's gonna go like this, but let's start from the beginning. So I set up this new account, set up all possible AI solutions I could, and then actually Claude was the one that, upon setting it up, started a initial chat with me. So I chose to go there and see where it takes me. So I started walking through its questions in English. Then I did exactly the same thing in Polish. The results turned out to be different, but in both ways, the concept that I have for this whole project is that I want to that I have a business idea, and I want to leverage AI as much as possible to the most wild extent as possibly imaginable. But since we're taking it off the ground, the vastness of possibilities is beyond my comprehension. So I have to just, like, try to take it step by step. Um, so yeah, uh, we are trying to create a business structure and use different AI LLMs to take different roles in a team that could create this business together. And I want each LLM to be a different role, and I will then have to find a way to connect them all, which is going to be the most difficult part, I believe. But we'll see. We'll try. We'll see what we can do. We'll go we'll go through it and see if this idea is even uh, viable. We'll see. But mm, so the English version came up with a concept of 12 different roles for a team of AI models. I mean, first it came up with the board of directors, all right? Uh, and it makes a lot of sense, although I wanted to also check Mm, what's the traditional and most common uh, structure of modern prospering businesses? Um, to kind of challenge this whole idea and see if there are maybe any improvements possible. Uh, yeah, this is quite interesting what it did here. Puts it put itself uh, in more than one places definitely. Hmm. I'm just I keep looking through it and trying to figure out. Yeah, so I am basically uh, this whole set lacks the CEO, the traditional CEO. And that probably would be me in that case. Hmm. The 30th month of the year. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. This is really like quite hard to wrap my head around this, but the problem is that I have issues with perfectionism, and I really want to, you know, take all the steps um, to make sure that this structure actually makes as much sense as it can at this stage, which is just, the very beginning of the whole thing. But all right, so we have the board of directors here, and from what I could check on Google search with AI mode, it kind of distinguished board of directors from the C-suite level, and then it's like, yeah, COO, CEO, COO, and and then the rest of the C suit, and then V suit, D suit, B suit. mm, yeah, I guess I will be the CEO then in this structure that English Claude came up with. I'm thinking if I'm gonna tweak anything here. Also, another thing I was doing simultaneously without recording it, which is my mistake because I did it kind of, backstage. I wasn't sure if I wanna even share it. I created a notebook LM about building teams, thinking that it's gonna build me a team of C-suite level positions right off the bat. Instead, it was I was finding information on the team building principles, team creating and organizing models, roles in teams, and all that jazz. So I figured that's also interesting and quite important. And I learn a lot about the business structure of basically um, how it works, how it looks like, because I never really was a part of any corporation or anything like that. I worked in a couple of companies that had CEOs, but you know, not long, and I was never into corporate world so much. But anyways, so I want to just take a quick look at what the Polish one did here, because I think he went with just one interactive artifact, but I remember it wasn't very useful because you could, it looks like it's interactive, but you can click on some stuff, but it doesn't do anything really. I guess, I can just pick a phase of development, and then you can just extend. Okay, so there's the CSO, CCO content, okay, technology, CTO, right, marketing, and product officer. Let's see. I will actually duplicate this and go back to the English one. I want to compare them. So, because I think I got a feeling that it might have actually missed something here. Okay, CPO. Is there a CPO here? Yes. All right. Uh, CFO, of course. Oh, this one is different. Huh. This is interesting because this is something that, okay, yeah. Uh, there's this new feature in Chrome that you can have two different. Uh, nah, I don't need it right now. Actually, never mind. Oh, right. So this position is quite interesting because it's supposed to take care of well-being of all the others, and it's quite interesting. Take a look. I missed it actually. It came out with another. All right, all right, all right. With another AI that I never heard of before. All right, another rabbit hole. Let's go. Let's check what it is. Pi AI, an inflection and AI. So there are two. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Okay, there's an. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Reject cookies. Hmm. I think it's only an app. Or the funny thing is, it doesn't work. Something might have messed it up. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let's leave it for now. That's interesting that I just discovered two AI, or just, I guess it's just one. Yeah, it was not different on two different websites though. Hmm. Why doesn't it work? I might have to try a different web browser just to check if it works. Real quick. Give me a second. Okay, it opened in Firefox. Get started. Okay, I can continue with Google. Let's see. Maybe I have to just go straight to this. Oh, it doesn't work. What the hell? Why doesn't it work? Damn. What the heck? What can I do? Alright. Never mind. Let's just. I guess we're gonna skip it for now. There's so much stuff to do that actually, let's maybe not get too distracted here. But I'm very intrigued by this. Hmm. I wish I could figure out why it's not working. Uh, hmm. Trying to figure out if that would. Uh, uh, hmm. Trying to see if. Damn. Trying to see if I can maybe. Okay, let's just leave it at that for now because I got so distracted. Anyways, this is another position that is interesting. So, okay, so he is already suggesting different. Okay, Claude GPT for financial. Okay, so he gave us different suggestions, but suggested using Claude almost everywhere, of course. Yeah. So yeah, but he never asked me of what language models do I know. So he just suggested to use two or three different models, and there's no researcher. Okay, I got it. I got it. That's interesting because I can actually go ahead and use this for this role. This is interesting, but I'm gonna have to work my way around not the site not working, and it does work on Firefox, and that's another thing actually because it doesn't work because what I think could be even more interesting is if I could just take this whole project into Comet. web browser, and then you know use an AI browser use all those AI models, which would probably be like an Inception kind of thing. But okay, let's get back to work actually. Okay, so here we are. I need to actually make a list. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to make a list, an entire list of all the concepts it came up with. But let's just go with this. Okay, I will explain what I did here. Um, Translate. Okay, I will read you. Oh shit, it's too long. No, come on. All right, let's just use Gemini to translate it. That's fine. That's not a problem. Oh, where is it? Where's Gemini? Come on. Okay, there are already some chats here. Okay, yeah. I know it's not a best practice to be very polite to your AIs, but I don't mind doing it just for fun. Practicing uh, being nice even with machines doesn't hurt. Um, yeah, so this is the prompt. Uh, okay, so what I did here is I built this notebook LM about creating teams and stuff. So, okay, here are the sources, roles in teams, future of management, organizational structure, modern organization, how to get most of your miles and snow strategy lucid. What the hell is that? I gotta check it. How to design an effective organizational structure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stuff like that, right? Business structure of roles, levels, hierarchy. Yeah, stuff like that, right? Uh, and different scientific models, right? Uh, okay, 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 okay. Great. It did the job. It did the job. So I gathered all this information here in this notebook LM, made sure that it's gonna be based on the articles I found, and I used deep research to just stuffed it with like 25 sources, and also added some of our conversations into the mix as a source as well. And that way, I managed to ask it, uh, like, what would be the perfect team? How I kind of mentioned that I'm trying to put this real life team structure in the form of AI agents, but uh, the prompt I gave it now was this one. So, taking into account the entirety of accumulated knowledge regarding the best practices in team building and organization, I would like us to incorporate a model into this structure where the team constitutes the highest level of the corporate hierarchy, known as the C-suite, serving as the foundation of the strategy and vision of a modern enterprise. in a sense, we are adopting the concept of building a company from the top down. Our goal is to define the specific competencies of key leaders, ranging from finance and technology to marketing, while simultaneously, my favorite English word, accounting for market evolution and assuming the previously discussed models for building ideally balanced and synchronized teams, including the roles within them. Let's consider how traditional business models adapt to new challenges by appointing specialized management functions responsible for cybersecurity, data analysis, or sustainable development. Through this lens, let's begin creating a business concept from the ground up based on the premise that we have a founder, originator who wants to provide their idea with an exceptional team built from brilliantly developed executive staff. This will ensure dynamic, modern, and revolutionary growth from the very first moments of the business existence. Okay, a quick thought on your top down strategy. This is a powerful way to use AI by defining Chief Strategy Officer, CSO, or Chief Technology Officer, CTO. First, you aren't just getting an assistant, you are setting the logic gates for how every future micro task will be handled. Since we are moving bit by bit through the tiny steps, would you like the. Okay. Uh, yeah. He already, I ask it to just translate, and it always wants you to continue with it. It wasn't like this for some time, but now I see every LLM does that, exactly that. It just, tries to pull you into a conversation. Okay, so here's what I did in Polish. No, wait. Uh, Here. Uh, okay, now I'm gonna have to read it in Polish first. I will read it aloud for those who might, I don't know, maybe in the future there's gonna be an option um, for the YouTube to create the subtitles or whatever. It's probably just a matter of time. So um, at some point, I will also probably have this mentioned in English as well. Okay. Stworzenie idealnego zespołu zarządzającego poziomu C-suite od podstaw wymaga podejścia organize to value, gdzie struktura nie jest tylko schematem, ale dynamicznym systemem 12 elementów wspierających strategię. Zamiast tradycyjnej piramidy, najdoskonalszy model dla rewolucyjnego startupu to struktura kołowa, circular structure. That's interesting. Zintegrowana z filozofią decentralizacji, co pozwala na zero dystansu do klienta i rynku. Sounds really cool, since this team is supposed to be revolving around me as the brain of the whole project. So it makes sense. It actually sounds really logical. Poniżej przedstawiam finalny koncept genialnej kadry zarządzającej, zaprojektowanej tak, by od pierwszej sekundy zapewnić firmie przewagę konkurencyjną. Skład C-suite, architektura ról i kompetencji. Idealny zespół zarządzający składa się 8 kluczowych ról, które łączą specjalizację funkcjonalną z behawioralnym dopasowaniem według ról Belbina i stylu. No, okay. Okay, CEO, Visionary Leader. E, Kompetencje, strategia, kultura, twarz firmy, inspirowanie, rola, kreator, koordynator, dlaczego, okej. CFO, planowanie fiskalne, zarządzanie ryzykiem, evaluator, chłodna, racjonalna cena pomysłu. COO, efektywność operacyjna, procesy wdrażane, implementer, yeah, okay, makes sense. CTO, technologiczny specialist, okay, dostarcza unikalną wiedzę ekspercką niezbędną do zdobycia transformacji. Okay, makes sense. CMO, CXO, marketing customer experience. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Okay, it's two different roles though. I would, I have enough AI models to separate this, and probably this too, actually. Huh. But who do I choose for like? mm, Well, we'll see. Wiązuje kontakty, wyszukuje nowe szanse rynkowe i dba o głos klienta. I guess this would have to be 11 Labs or something. Mm, it's really cool. All right, let's keep going. CISO, Trust and Security Guardian. Cyberbezpieczeństwo, ochrona danych, zgodność, perfekcjonista. Okay, CSO, Evolutionary Purpose. ESG, zrównoważony rozwój, etyka, biznes. ESG, whatever that is. Dusza zespołu. Oh, damn. Strategist, right? CDO, data, catalyst, ewaluator, specjalista też. Który kulturę opartą na danych. Hmm. Interesting. Struktura kołowa. Okej, to jest też ciekawe. System hierarchii i zasady współdziałania. W idealnym zespole C-suite tradycyjna hierarchia zostaje zastąpiona przez hierarchię ról i odpowiedzialności. Struktura kołowa, circular structure. Liderzy nie stoją nad pracownikami, lecz w centrum, skąd wizja i decyzje promieniują na zewnątrz do autonomicznych zespołów, kręgów. Model odpowiedzialności, orki. RACI dla każdego kluczowego procesu przypisuje się jedną osobę rozliczającą, co zapobiega chaosowi i dublowaniu kompetencji. Kultura Learn it all. Zamiast liderów wszystko wiedzących, C-suite promuje postawę ciągłego uczenia się empatii, przykład transformacji Microsoftu. Zaufanie merytoryczne i emocjonalne. Inwestycja w relacje interpersonalne poprzez feedback typu SBI/AID. Sometimes those mm, I didn't get those. AI tends to come up with variety of those, and I just don't know what it means. Sprawia, że zespół jest o 3,3 raza bardziej wydajny. Decentralizacja decyzji. Uprawnienia są przekazywane jak najbliżej frontline'u. Model Randen AI, co skraca czas reakcji na zmiany rynkowe. Proces budowy od podstaw, top-down evolution. Aby zagwarantować dynamiczny rozwój od pierwszych sekund, założyciel musi przeprowadzić proces w 4 krokach. Krok pierwszy, definicja value agenda, jasne określenie, jak C-suite będzie tworzyć wartość, co pozwala na optymalną alokację zasobów. Krok drugi, selekcja behawioralna, dobór liderów nie tylko pod kątem CV, ale dopasowania stylów DISC, uniknąć luki intelektualnej, nadmiaru strategów przy braku wykonawców. That's quite interesting. Hmm. Ustalanie kodu komunikacyjnego, wdrożenie wspólnych narzędzi i procedur decyzyjnych, które eliminują silosy informacyjne. Przecież cykl Tuckmana, aktywne zarządzanie fazą docierania się, storming, jak najszybciej osiągnąć fazę wykonania, performing, gdzie energia idzie na innowacje, a nie na konflikty o władzę. Zasadniczo to skonfigurowane CISO działa jak zwinny ekosystem, a nie sztywna biurokracja. Połączenie tradycyjnych funkcji z nowoczesnymi pod parasolem zbalansowanych ról behawioralnych gwarantuje, że firma jest odporna na wstrząsy. Szybka decyzja i trwale innowacyjna. Huh. There's also a turquoise model. I've read something about it somewhere here. Oh yeah, here it is. Huh. I actually need to check this out. Oh yeah. I like to look up a concept, find it in Wikipedia, and then change to another language. That way, I can be sure. Oh yeah. So it's not turquoise organization; it's teal organization. That's interesting. Examples. I like this idea. I like this idea for the AI because it's kind of hard to imagine that working well in real human teams. I mean, it obviously does, but it feels very hard. It must be perfectly organized. Okay. So we are actually having a couple of things here. I'm starting to run out of time for today, but let's say I'm gonna create a document. I will I will I could probably make it more mm, complex, but I will just make it as simple as possible. Let's go with this one. Documentation officer. That's doesn't sound all that necessary. Okay, let's call it uh, C suit positions, or I don't know, board of directors. Yeah, I hope you kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to. Get it all together in one place. Um, hmm. Hmm. Damn, he had some cool ideas here that are not mentioned there. Um, but this one is more personalized, like. But okay, I guess I know what I'm gonna do. Uh, huh. It's kind of hard to actually figure out how to go about it. Mm, okay, let's just stick. uh, so it doesn't get too mixed up. Um, Holy smokes! It actually noticed that like human resources officer is, trying to take care of the whole human, which is just one in the company I'm trying to build. So it's gonna be focusing only on my well-being, right? Interesting, interesting. It shouldn't it be number 13? Come on. All right, don't be dumb. All right. Okay, so I have 13 roles. Oh shit, it's the same as this, basically. Huh. It's very, now that I think of it, it's almost the same. Hmm. Okay, let's just roll with it. Let's be bold. It's very CFO, right? So, hmm, hmm. Holy smokes, this is crazy. There's so much to. Uh, oh my God, I'm already getting exhausted and overwhelmed here. But if I could, if I could organize my life around working with this, that would be cool. But maybe once I have this team, it will help me figure out how to be able to do that. All right, this, and then what do we have here? Where's the? How can I scroll right? Unfortunately I don't have a mouse that could help me do it. All right, thank you, thank God. CISO, CS. Mm. This is quite important, but I don't know even how to. Oh yeah, this one. This one is important. CXO. Uh, what? Come on. It should work, but it doesn't. No, it does. Okay, here and here. Might be my keyboard. It's getting really used up recently. Okay, I don't know. If I'm following through enough. Uh, but what I'm doing, I'm trying to, milk as much ideas out of those AI models as possible to just, get the most innovative and broad possible section of team members so I can leverage all of the AI models that way, if that makes sense. Um, I will be the CEO. That's that's what I'm gonna be. I will be the team member number zero, the center of it all, the heart, the brain. Oh, it's so exciting. But no, really, it didn't come up with this. I mean, I guess the Polish one did, but the English Claude didn't. Okay, let's go here. No, she went straight to CSO. See? CCO, content officer. Yeah, I guess it was here. It was here. I kind of forget from time to time. Yeah, 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 yeah. It is here. It is here. Okay, 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 okay. Documentation. Yes. So. Okay, we're almost an hour long in this video. This is going crazy. I think we're gonna continue until we're finished. Um, yeah, I don't believe there's anything more really I can do. Looks like I just literally did everything when it comes to C-suite positions, and it's okay. So now what I'm about to do, just one more thing. Okay, let me ask it to. I think this should do. Hmm, that will be 0. No. Oh, hell no. Come on. Uh, let, let me just put it like this. I actually could do it like. Hmm. Jesus Christ, this is so complex. Makes my brain Come on, why doesn't it work? It does, but it takes forever. Right, this will be number 14. Hmm. Jesus Christ. This is so overwhelming. That's number 15. Seems a little unnecessary though, but let's keep it. Let's keep it and we'll ask AI to cut it down into. No, 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 no. Okay. Mm, mm, okay. Okay, I have to switch it. Mm, okay, here I think this should be gone and this should be gone so that I can do something with it to make it. All right, let's get it. Hmm. Okay, I'll have Gemini run through it. Holy smokes. Mm, Here we go. No, before I actually do that, I want to go to the, yeah. I don't know if that matters so much, but I like to put it in brackets what I wanted to translate. Okay, so I don't know if it doesn't do too much. CC2? What the hell? I... Okay, it already made it the two into one. I didn't ask it to do it, but yeah, sometimes it's overdoing it. Mm, mm. I have to change that prompt and have it. Let's see. It didn't. Damn it. It's okay. Creativity and content. Could be CAO, but okay. Now let's take it. I can actually modify it. So there's content and a creative suit here. See, I can just make a small tweak to it and do it like this. Chief art. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes these roles different. Artistic director or something like that it should be called. But all right, now we're taking this, putting it into another chat, make it thinking. Mm, I'm I gotta be honest. I'm very tired already, and I got completely sucked into it. I should definitely stop right now, but I really want to just, bring it to um, some sort of conclusion for the day. So what I'm trying to do here, sorry, I just gotta do something real quick. I want I switched to Polish to create this whole list of roles. I am using Gemini. Why? That's a good question. I think out of my experience, it's kind of cool to use it as just like, you know, to work without a greater context. But let me just do something real quick. I still have to do a couple more things and it's already late, but I'm really excited that I got to actually work it all out. Okay. I just had to do something on my phone real quick, but it's already done, so I'm getting back into whatever I was doing. Okay, good. Okay, um, so what I'm trying to do here is I switched the whole list of C-suite positions into Polish with its descriptions, and now I'm going to do whatever I can to make Gemini think through it and develop a structure to get rid of any unnecessary roles. Uh, I think I will probably ask it to just give it a thought and figure it out, and we'll see what it comes up with. But I have to give it a pretty serious prompt to see how it will manage this. So, all right. Mm, Okay, since I'm working in Polish right now, what I did is I put the whole list into Gemini, uh, put the thinking mode on, and told it to analyze it and figure out if this structure is okay, if it needs any adjustments or maybe extensions or maybe radical cuts, whatever it thinks w- should be best, it should do with it. So let's hit it. Let's see what it works out with. But this is quite complex of a task. It's scary. It's thinking very, very long. So we're doing it, and it's so you see here I did a mistake because I wanted it to be unaffected by the general idea, and it from what it says here, it seems like it takes stuff from my other chats with it. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to take this prompt and put it into some other model uh, that I haven't used yet, I think, or put it in some sort of temporary chat in some, maybe even in some different model. We'll see, but let's see what it came up with. Mm. So he made 17 plus 0, that makes 18. 18 effing systems. Jesus Christ. Hmm. Hmm. Holy smokes. This is getting very complex. Huh. I'm not even sure where to start with this. This is the problem with AI. It creates so fast that at some point you could actually keep going, right? But you have to think. You have to think what direction to take, and then it could go on forever. It could never stop. Actually, it could keep developing ideas if you could bounce it off as fast as it does. Like, you gotta give it a thought. Okay, I think I will just tell it right away. I have some thoughts. I'm going really wild here because I told it to go all in. Jesus Christ. So it chose to even expand it further. This is crazy. My brain is starting to hurt at this point. But I really want to do it. I really want to do it. I'm I'm quite crazy about it. All right, let's compile it together into a file. I don't think I like those pillars though. I don't think I like it. This is damn. It doesn't really work the way I wanted it to work. Uh, Long story short, it made it a little bit too custom. My idea was to get a general structure, then gave it my idea, so my idea can get aligned with more more of a universal structure that could be used in basically every business there is. You could, like, pick and choose which roles you want to collect or create a team of, but this is too much focused on what I'm trying to do with this before it gets customized. So this is a problem. And I'm going to have to try it one more time. Why can't I just edit it? I can't. Hmm. Yeah, that was a mistake. I made a mistake here. I cannot edit it, and since it started working on it based on the principles, let's leave it like that. And maybe I can still use this one. Okay, this should work as long as Gemini gives me the free access to its full capabilities still. Hmm. This is crazy. We are getting close to 2 hours. I did not expect that. I'm pretty sure there are many creators and like many people experimenting with this stuff, and I'm not very happy with how effective and productive I was this session. But yeah, perfectionism. This is curse. I still wanna use the last prompt I gave it with, which made it a little. Oh God. Jesus Christ. Absolutely bonkers. Hmm. Oh my goodness. All right. I think I'm really overdoing it for today. I am so low on battery that I just forgot to even comment what I'm doing anymore. Mm, but yeah, look like it makes sense. Huh. Hmm. Holy smokes, that's cool. That's really cool. All right, this final extraction sounds really cool. I just don't like those. Damn. Still a lot of copying and pasting because it must enforce its own ideas. I asked it to just go with a simple list, but it kept interrupting with those uh, layers. I understand it makes sense, but you know, I might want to have a different layer layout, or now I want it to make it dang dang dang. All right, I guess I will just have to do it. Sorry, I didn't mean uh, to use any bad words, but I will just have to copy and paste it and copy and paste it and copy and paste it. Yeah, so as you can see, I am just doing a stupid job right now just to, because I want to have a list. I don't want to have list that is layered out. I am trying to have a list that is just a simple list. So I can copy and paste it wherever, and there are no suggestions as to how should it be structured. Okay, we got ourselves 20 roles. I don't think I will be able to even get to the 20th. But what I will do though is I will tell my friend here, Gemini, to mm, tell me in what order exactly should I build this team. I told it to tell me in what order this team or board of directors should be created. Embryogenesis of business. Who was the CPO? I already forgot. Oh, Jesus. Product? Oh my god. CEO and then there's product already? Where's the vision? Where's the creation? But this makes sense. This actually makes sense. What? 21? What? There's another. There's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one. Come on. I had a little bit different idea of, but uh, it actually makes a whole lot of sense. Um, Although since I'm working in Polish here and not really talking much, this might be quite uh, frustrating to watch for someone that doesn't know what's going on the screen. But I'm not expecting anyone to watch it really. Maybe AI would watch it and try to understand what I try to do. Hmm. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh, unfortunately, Well, I start. I cannot stop myself. Okay, so here's what we did today. We created 10 more. Oh my god. I, I, I was thinking of maybe shrinking it into 10, maybe 9, or even 8, or maybe even 7 roles. Here we are, 20 roles. My. Mm, okay, so we're gonna have this Google Doc here, and here I guess you should be expecting what I'm trying to do. Now that I will have those roles defined, although I think this actually could be a little bit more extensive when it comes to just plain descriptions of those roles. Mm, I need it both in Polish and English. And then, okay, so I need a list of 20, at least 20 AI solutions to be able to fit it all in. It's gonna be very difficult, but AI will help to make decisions. But it's very complex. It's 20 roles, um, very nuanced, and some of them I have no clue how to even start to think of them. That's why I guess I should start of those that can give me the most leverage mm, in the context of this project and this business idea. Because for different companies and different ideas, the uh, the order in which these would be created would differ for sure. But okay, let's just save it for today. And let's call it a day because I'm exhausted. It's very late already. And yeah, I think I think I will have to give it a night of sleep and get back to it. Thank you. This is the longest video ever.